From translation, RSV Revised Standard Version. This 82nd day of the year. Today we are reading passages, Judges 13 to 15. Judges chapter 13, verses 1 to 25. The sons of Israel did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord gave them into the hand of the Philistines 40 years. There was a certain man of Zorah, of the tribe of the Danites, whose name was Manoah, and his wife was barren and had no children. And the angel of the Lord appeared to the woman and said to her, Behold, you are barren and have no children. But you shall conceive and bear a son. Therefore beware, and drink no wine or strong drink, and eat nothing unclean. For you shall conceive and bear a son. No razor shall come upon his head, for the child shall be a Nazarite to God from birth. And he shall begin to deliver Israel from the hand of the Philistines. Then the woman came and told her husband, A man of God came to me, and his appearance was like the appearance of the angel of God, terrible. I did not ask him where he was from, and he did not tell me his name. But he said to me, Behold, you shall conceive and bear a son. And now drink no wine or strong drink, and eat nothing unclean, for the child shall be a Nazarite to God from birth to the day of his death. Then Manoah entreated the Lord, and said, O Lord, let the man of God whom thou didst send come again to us, and teach us what we are to do with the child that will be born. And God listened to the voice of Manoah, and the angel of God came again to the woman as she sat in the field. But Manoah her husband was not with her. So the woman ran quickly and told her husband, The man who came to me the other day has appeared to me. And Manoah arose and went after his wife, and came to the man and said to him, Are you the man who spoke to this woman? And he said, I am. And Manoah said, Now when your words come to pass, what shall be the rule for the child, and what is his work? And the angel of the Lord said to Manoah, Of all that I said to the woman let her beware. She may not eat of anything that comes from the vine, neither let her drink wine or strong drink, nor eat any unclean thing. She shall observe all that I commanded her. Manoah said to the angel of the Lord, Pray, let us detain you, and prepare a kid for you. And the angel of the Lord said to Manoah, Though you detain me, I will not eat of your food. But if you offer a burnt offering, you must offer it to the Lord. Manoah did not know that he was the angel of the Lord. And Manoah said to the angel of the Lord, What is your name, so that we may honor you when your words come to pass? And the angel of the Lord said to him, Why do you ask my name, seeing it is wonderful? So Manoah took the kid with the grain offering, and offered it upon the rock to the Lord, to him who works wonders. And Manoah and his wife looked on. And when the flame went up toward heaven from the altar, the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar. And Manoah and his wife looked on, and fell on their faces to the ground. The angel of the Lord did not appear again to Manoah and his wife. Then Manoah knew that he was the angel of the Lord. And Manoah said to his wife, We shall surely die, for we have seen God. But his wife said to him, If the Lord had meant to kill us, he would not have accepted a burnt offering and a grain offering at our hands, or shown us all these things, or now announced to us such a thing as this. And the woman bore a son, and called his name Samson, and the child grew, and the Lord blessed him. And the Spirit of the Lord began to stir him in Mahindon, between Zorah and Eshtaol. Judges chapter 14, verses 1 to 20. Samson went down to Timnah, and at Timnah he saw a woman among the daughters of the Philistines. He came up and told his father and mother, I saw a woman in Timnah among the daughters of the Philistines. Now get her for me as my wife. But his father and mother said to him, Is there no woman among the daughters of your brethren, or among all my people, that you must go to take a wife from the uncircumcised Philistines? But Samson said to his father, Get her for me, for she is right in my eyes. His father and mother did not know that it was from the Lord that he was seeking an occasion against the Philistines. At that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel. Then Samson went down with his father and mother to Timnah, and they came to the vineyards of Timnah. And behold, a young lion came roaring to meet him. And the Spirit of the Lord rushed upon him, and he tore the lion as he would have torn a kid, but he had nothing in his hand, so he did not tell his father or his mother what he had done. Then he went down and talked with the woman, and she pleased Samson well. After some days he returned to take her, and he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion, and behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the body of the lion. He scraped the honey into his hands, and went on, eating as he went. And he came to his father and mother, and gave some to them, and they ate it. But he did not tell them that he had scraped the honey from the carcass of the lion. His father went down to the woman, and Samson made a feast there, as young men are wont to do. When the people saw him, they brought 30 companions to be with him. And Samson said to them, I will now put forth a riddle to you. If you can tell me what it is within the 7 days of the feast, and find it out, then I will give you 30 linen garments and 30 changes of apparel. But if you cannot tell me what it is, then you shall give me 30 linen garments and 30 changes of apparel. And they said to him, Put forth your riddle, that we may hear it. And he said to them, Out of the eater came forth food, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. And for 3 days they could not tell the riddle. On the 4th day they said to Samson's wife, Entice your husband, that he may tell us the riddle, lest we burn you and your father's house with fire. Have you invited us here to impoverish us? And Samson's wife wept before him and said, You only hate me, you do not love me, you have put forth a riddle to the sons of my people, and you have not told it to me. And he said to her, Behold, I have not told it even to my father and my mother, why should I tell you? She wept before him the 7 days that their feast lasted, and on the 7th day he told her, because she pressed him hard. Then she told the riddle to the sons of her people. And the men of the city said to him on the 7th day before the sun went down, What is sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than a lion? And he said to them, If you had not plowed with my heifer, you would not have found out my riddle. And the Spirit of the Lord rushed upon him, and he went down to Ashkelon, and killed 30 men of the city, and took their spoil, and gave the changes of apparel to those who had told the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion, who had been his best man. Judges chapter 15, verses 1 to 20. After a while, in the days of wheat harvest, Samson visited his wife with a kid. And he said, I will go into my wife in her room. But her father would not allow him to go in. And her father said, I really thought that you utterly hated her, therefore I gave her to your companion. Is not her younger sister fairer than she? Please take her instead. And Samson said to them, This time I shall be blameless in regard to the Philistines, when I do them harm. So Samson went and caught 300 foxes, and took torches, and turned tail to tail, and put a torch between every pair of tails. And when he had set fire to the torches, he let the foxes go into the standing grain of the Philistines, and set fire to the standing grain and the olive groves. Then the Philistines said, Who has done this? And they said, Samson, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he has taken his wife and given her to his companion. And the Philistines came up and burned her and her father with fire. And Samson said to them, If you act like this, surely I will be avenged upon you, and that after a right manner. And he struck them hip and thigh with a great slaughter, and he went down and stayed in the cleft of the rock of Etam. Then the Philistines went up and encamped in Judah and spread out at Lehi. And the men of Judah said, Why have you come up against us? They said, We have come up to bind Samson, to do to him as he did to us. Then 3,000 men of Judah went down to the cleft of the rock of Etam, and said to Samson, Do you not know that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that you have done to us? And he said to them, As they did to me, so have I done to them. And they said to him, We have come down to bind you, and to give you into the hand of the Philistines. And Samson said to them, Swear to me that you will not attack me yourselves. They said to him, No, but we will bind you fast and give you into their hand, but we will not kill you. And they bound him with 2 new ropes and brought him up from the rock. When he came to Lehi, the Philistines came shouting to meet him. Then the Spirit of the Lord rushed upon him, and the ropes that were on his arms became as flax that catches fire, and his bonds melted from his hands. And he found a fresh jawbone of an ass, and put forth his hand and took it, and with it he slew 1,000 men. And Samson said, With the jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, with the jawbone of an ass have I slain 1,000 men. When he had finished speaking, he threw away the jawbone, and that place was called Ramath Lehi. And he was very thirsty, and he called upon the Lord and said, Thou hast given this great victory by the hand of thy servant. Shall I now die of thirst and fall into the hands of the uncircumcised? And God split open the hollow that is at Lehi, and water came out of it. And when he drank, his spirit returned, and he revived. Therefore the name of it was called En-Hakkore, which is at Lehi, to this day. And he judged Israel in the days of the Philistines 20 years.